We spent years laughing at Chinese cars, calling them cheap knockoffs with weird styling and plastic interiors. But while we were making jokes, they were building the future. I'm talking about SUVs that don't just drive, they float on water for 30 minutes. SUVs with marble floors, integrated camping kitchens in the trunk, and suspensions so advanced they can shake themselves like a dog to remove snow. And technology that makes a brand new Tesla Model X look like a flip phone from 2004. Canadian dealerships are about to get flooded with Chinese luxury SUVs that cost half what Mercedes and BMW charge while delivering twice the tech. This is the top 10 most luxurious Chinese SUVs Canadians can buy in 2026. And if you think I'm exaggerating, wait until you see number 3. It literally drives on water using its wheels as paddles. Let's get into it. Jieki Trumpchi M8 Master, the $68,000 luxury van that embarrasses Mercedes, starting at number 10 with the wildcard that's going to confuse everyone. This isn't an SUV, it's a luxury van. And before you click away thinking vans are boring, hear me out. The GAC Trumpchi M8 Master is what happens when China decides to build a Mercedes Vi-class competitor and absolutely humiliates it with features that shouldn't exist at this price point. The exterior looks like a spaceship designed by someone who studied at Mercedes design school. The front grille is massive with vertical chrome slats and slim LED headlights that extend into the fenders. It's 5.2 meters long with a commanding presence that makes Honda Odysseys look like toys. The side profile features chrome window trim and 19-inch multi-spoke wheels, and the rear has a full-width LED light bar with power sliding doors on both sides. But here's where it gets insane. Open those power sliding doors and the second row captain's chairs are on rails. Press a button and they slide backward. Rotate 180 degrees to face the third row. Then a table rises from the floor, creating a mobile conference room. Toronto business consultant Michael Park bought one and said, "I hold client meetings in the van while my driver circles downtown. Clients think I've rented a private meeting room." It's a $68,000 office on wheels. The seats themselves are wrapped in Nappa leather with heating, ventilation, and massage functions. Each captain's chair has its own 12.3-inch entertainment screen mounted in the front seat headrests. The ceiling is Alcantara with ambient lighting that changes colors. And there's a built-in refrigerator in the center console that reaches 5 degrees Celsius. But the party trick is the air purification system. GIAC installed a PM 2.5 filter that removes 99.7% of particles, plus an ionizer that actually improves air quality beyond what's outside. Vancouver family physician Dr. Sarah Chen tested it. "I have severe allergies. Inside the M8 Master, I can breathe better than in my house. The air quality is medical-grade clean." Power comes from a 2.0-liter turbocharged engine producing 252 horsepower paired with an electric motor for a mild hybrid system. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 8.2 seconds. Not fast, but that's not the point. This is about luxury wafting. The air suspension absorbs bumps so effectively that passengers can work on laptops without any bounce. The price for this rolling boardroom? 68,000 Canadian dollars. A Mercedes V-Class costs $94,000 and doesn't have rotating seats, a table system, or medical-grade air filtration. You're saving $26,000 while getting more luxury. Calgary luxury van rental operator Robert Martinez bought 3. "We charge $400 per day for airport transfers. Customers choose these over Sprinter vans every time because the interior is genuinely nicer." But if a rotating conference room van is impressive, number 9 is about to show you what 845 horsepower in a family hauler actually feels like. Lynk & Co 900, the $82,000 family SUV with more power than a Lamborghini Urus. The Lynk & Co 900 is proof that Chinese automakers have stopped playing it safe. This is a 3-row family SUV with 845 horsepower. That's more power than a Lamborghini Urus Performante, which costs $340,000. The 900 costs $82,000. Let that sink in. You're getting supercar power for Honda Pilot money. The exterior design is aggressive and distinctive. The front features what Lynk & Co calls next-day design language with LED running lights that look like Wolverine claws slashing through the hood. The grille is active, opening when the engine needs cooling and closing for aerodynamics. The side profile stretches 5.23 meters with a floating roof design, and the rear has a full-width LED light bar with dual exhausts that rumble when you start it. Under the hood is a performance hybrid monster, a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired with 3 electric motors. Total output 845 horsepower and 920 newton-meters of torque. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour happens in 3.8 seconds. Montreal automotive journalist Francois Dubois tested it. The acceleration is violent. Floor the throttle and this 5,000-pound SUV moves like a sports car. Passengers scream, kids drop their iPads, it's hilariously excessive. The handling is shockingly good thanks to dual-chamber air suspension and four-wheel steering. The rear wheels turn up to 10 degrees opposite the front at low speeds for tight parking, then turn with the front at high speeds for stability. It makes the 900 feel smaller than it is. Inside, the party trick is the rotating front seats. When you're parked, the front seats can rotate 180 degrees to face the rear, creating a social lounge setup. The center console has no transmission tunnel, creating massive floor space. Calgary family of 5. Jennifer Park tested it. We had a family meeting in the 900 with everyone facing each other. It's genuinely useful for road trips when you want to talk without yelling. The materials are exceptional. Nappa leather everywhere with contrast stitching. The dashboard features a 15.6-inch OLED touchscreen with crisp graphics. And because Geely owns Volvo, the safety tech is borrowed from Swedish engineering. It has Volvo's city safety system with automatic emergency braking that works up to 60 kilometers per hour. The price is 82,000 Canadian dollars. A BMW X7 M60i with 523 horsepower costs $142,000. You're getting 322 more horsepower for $60,000 less. Toronto exotic car dealer Marcus Thompson confirmed customers cross-shopping X7 M60i and Lynk & Co 900 are shocked. The Chinese SUV is faster, has more space, and costs 43% less. 3 customers canceled BMW orders. If 845 horsepower sounds excessive, subscribe right now because number 8 has a feature that makes charging completely obsolete, and it's going to blow your mind. Neo ES8, the $89,000 7-seater that swaps batteries in 3 minutes. Forget charging, seriously. The Neo ES8 introduces battery swapping to Canada, and it's about to change everything. Drive into a Neo power swap station, and a robotic system removes your depleted battery and installs a fully charged one in 3 minutes. Not 3 minutes faster than normal charging, 3 minutes total. It's faster than filling a gas tank. Neo is building 12 power swap stations across Canada, 4 in Toronto, 3 in Vancouver, 2 in Montreal, and 1 each in Calgary, Ottawa, and Edmonton. Each station can complete 400 swaps daily. Vancouver EV analyst Sarah Chen confirmed, battery swapping eliminates range anxiety completely. You never worry about charging speed or finding available chargers. Drive in, swap, drive out. The ES8's exterior is elegant and refined. The front uses Neo's shark nose design with slim LED headlights. Above the windshield are 3 sensor bumps housing LiDAR and cameras that see 500 meters ahead. It's called the Watchtower sensor layout, and it looks futuristic. The side profile is clean with hidden door handles that pop out when you approach. And the rear features an Illuma Blade taillight that's one solid piece of crystal glass. Power comes from dual motors and was producing 644 horsepower. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.1 seconds. But the real headline is the battery options. You can spec the ES8 with a 75 kilowatt-hour battery for 485 kilometers of range, or a massive 100 kilowatt-hour battery for 625 kilometers. And if you subscribe to Neo's Battery as a Service, you pay $189 monthly and can swap to any battery size at swap stations. But the interior is where Neo proves Chinese luxury is legitimate. The ES8 is a strict 6-seater with individual captain's chairs in the second row. The seats are Nappa leather with heating, ventilation, and massage. The center console in the rear has a built-in smart refrigerator. Say, "Hey Nomi, open the fridge," and the door motors open, revealing chilled drinks. Nomi, by the way, is the AI assistant robot head on the dashboard. It turns to face you when you speak, smiles, and waves. It's cute and slightly creepy in the best way. The front passenger seat has Queen mode, where it reclines 160 degrees with an extending footrest. It's like a first-class airline seat. Toronto tech executive Amanda Foster bought an ES8. I use Queen mode on long trips. I recline, put on the massage, and let the autonomous driving handle the highway. It's more comfortable than my bed. The price for battery swapping luxury? 89,000 Canadian dollars with the battery included, or 68,000 without the battery plus the $189 monthly subscription. A Tesla Model X long range costs $134,990. You're saving $45,990 and getting battery swap capability Tesla can't match. But if 3-minute battery swaps sound futuristic, number 7 is about to introduce you to an interactive light display that lets you draw pictures on your car's face. Zeekr 7X, the $58,000 SUV with a 90-inch interactive light panel. The Zeekr 7X is what happens when engineers get bored with normal headlights and decide to build something insane. It's called the Stargate light panel, and it's not just a headlight, it's a 90-inch interactive LED canvas stretching across the entire front bumper with 1,700 individual LEDs that you can customize via the infotainment screen. You can draw patterns, write messages, display emojis, or create animations that appear on the outside of the car in real time. Montreal Zeekr owner Kevin Zhang programmed "Hello" to display when he parks. Pedestrians stop and stare. Kids think it's magic. I've had people take photos of my car just for the light display. It's completely unnecessary and absolutely brilliant. The exterior is sleek and medium and modern. Zeekr deleted the window molding entirely using a hidden water-cut seal, so the glass meets the metal perfectly flush. It looks carved from a single block of aluminum. The mirrors are frameless, the door handles are hidden, and the rear wiper is tucked inside the spoiler to keep the lines clean. Next to a Tesla Model Y, the 7X looks like it's from 2035, but the real engineering flex is the charging speed. The 7X uses 800-volt architecture with 5.5C charging rates. In normal language, that means 10 to 80% in 10.5 minutes. Vancouver charging infrastructure tester Sarah Williams confirmed, "I timed it. The 7X added 280 kilometers of range in 11 minutes. That's faster than getting coffee at Starbucks." Power comes from dual motors producing 636 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.6 seconds. It launches with ferocity that makes passengers gasp. Calgary family of 4 Robert Martinez tested it. "My kids dropped their iPads when I floored it. My wife yelled at me. The acceleration is genuinely shocking for a family SUV." Inside, the tech keeps coming. The 16-inch OLED touchscreen swivels to face the driver or passenger. It supports gaming controllers so you can play console-quality games while charging. The rear seats have electric sunshades that automatically close when the car detects you're falling asleep, and the safety system has armor mode. If sensors detect a side impact about to happen, the seat bolsters instantly inflate to push you away from the door before the crash occurs. The price for this spaceship that draws pictures? $58,000 Canadian dollars. A Tesla Model Y long range costs $71,990. You're saving $13,990 and getting charging that's twice as fast plus the Stargate display. Toronto Tesla owner Jennifer Park traded her Model Y for a 7X. The Zeekr charges so fast I don't even finish my coffee, and the Stargate lights make me smile every time. The Tesla suddenly felt boring. If interactive lights sound cool, number 6 is about to show you an SUV with a camping kitchen built into the tailgate that Gordon Ramsay would approve of. Radar RD6, the $66,000 adventure SUV with a kitchen in the trunk. The Radar RD6, also sold as the Rock 01, is the ultimate bug-out vehicle. This is the SUV you want when civilization collapses or you just want to camp in luxury. Why? Because the rear swing gate opens to reveal a fully integrated camping kitchen. Pop the trunk, fold down a panel, and you have an induction stove, a water dispenser, and organized storage for utensils and cookware. You can cook a 5-star meal off the back of your car. The exterior was designed by Pininfarina, the Italian legends who designed Ferraris. But this doesn't look like a supercar. It looks like a Land Rover Defender mixed with a Lexus GX. It's boxy, rugged, and purposeful. The H-shaped headlights give it a wide stance. The body has pronounced fender flares, and the rear features a spare tire carrier and a 270-degree awning built into the roof rails that deploys in minutes, wrapping around the side and rear for instant shelter. Under the metal, the RD6 is an EREV, extended range electric vehicle. It runs on electric motors for silent power, but carries a 1.5-liter gas generator to charge the battery when it depletes. Total range, 1,338 kilometers. That's 831 miles. Ottawa adventure couple. Michael and Sarah Park drove from Toronto to Banff National Park. We used the car's power to run our camping fridge, lights, and even charge our laptops. We never saw a gas station. The range is genuinely incredible. Power output is 476 horsepower, which is plenty to pull this 2.5-ton tank over rocks and through mud. It has sensors that detect water depth automatically so you don't drown your kitchen crossing rivers. And the 4-wheel drive system has a locking rear differential for serious off-roading. Inside, Radar didn't sacrifice luxury for utility. The second row features airline first-class seats with heating, ventilation, and massage. The panoramic glass roof makes you feel like you're sleeping under stars. And with seats folded flat, you can fit a custom inflatable mattress perfectly in the back, turning it into a mobile bedroom. The price for this Pininfarina-designed, kitchen-equipped adventure SUV? $66,000 Canadian dollars. A Toyota 4Runner Limited costs $62,498 and has 271 horsepower with 0 camping features. You're paying $3,500 more power for 205 additional horsepower and an integrated kitchen. Vancouver Overland enthusiast Jennifer Chen bought one. The kitchen is genuinely useful. We cook breakfast at trailheads, make dinner at campsites, and never need a portable stove. It's legitimately life-changing for camping. But if a tailgate kitchen is practical luxury, number 5 is pure royalty. They call it the Chinese Rolls-Royce for a reason. Hongqi EHS9, the $88,000 flagship that makes a Rolls-Royce Cullinan look overpriced. The Hongqi EHS9 is China's diplomatic limousine brand's luxury SUV, and it's designed to compete with Rolls-Royce Cullinan and Bentley Bentayga. Standing next to it, you feel underdressed. It commands respect with a presence American SUVs can't match. The front grille is called the Waterfall, and it's a massive vertical wall of chrome and LED lights that dominates everything around it. See this approaching in your rearview mirror, and you don't just change lanes, you apologize. Running down the center of the hood is an illuminated red line extending from the grille to the interior. This is the red flag symbol, Hongqi's signature mark representing power and prestige. The side profile stretches 5.2 meters with two-tone paint, massive 22-inch wheels, and chrome accents that look like a land yacht. The rear design is inspired by ancient Chinese lanterns with a classy light bar that prioritizes elegance over tech show-off. It moves with dignity. It doesn't dart, it floats. Power comes from dual motors producing 551 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.9 seconds. But speed isn't the point. The point is silence and smoothness. The air suspension erases potholes so effectively you question if roads actually exist. Calgary Hongqi owner Robert Martinez confirmed, "I drove over railway tracks at 60 kilometers per hour and felt nothing. Passengers thought I'd avoided them. The suspension is magic." Inside, it's wall-to-wall luxury. The entire dashboard, from driver to passenger, is glass screens. You have the gauge cluster, navigation, media, and a dedicated passenger screen. Below is another screen for climate control. But the materials sell it. Real walnut wood, Napa leather, and a crystal gear selector that looks like jewelry. The rear seats are captain's chairs with their own entertainment screens embedded in the front seat backs. Each seat has heating, ventilation, and 10-point massage with 8 airbags. Toronto business executive Amanda Chen bought one. "I sit in the back and let my driver handle traffic. The massage seats are therapeutic. After 2-hour commutes, I arrive less stressed than when I left." The price for this diplomatic luxury? $88,000 Canadian dollars. A Rolls-Royce Cullinan costs $380,000. You're getting 85% of the experience for 77% less money. Vancouver luxury car dealer Michael Park sold 4 in 3 weeks. Customers see the Hongqi next to the Cullinan and can't justify the $292,000 price difference. The Chinese SUV is genuinely comparable in luxury. If diplomatic elegance is impressive, number 4 is where Chinese tech companies prove they can build SUVs that see the world better than you do. Avatar 11, the $72,000 AI-powered SUV that's basically uncrashable. The Avatar 11 is a super team collaboration between Changan for manufacturing, KTL for batteries, and Huawei for the brains. The result is an SUV that drives itself better than most humans and has safety tech that makes crashing nearly impossible. The exterior was designed by Nader Faghizadeh, the same designer who created the BMW i8. The front is completely smooth with razor-thin LED strips that look like a stormtrooper helmet designed by Apple. No grille, just pure aerodynamic sculpture. The side profile is an SUV coupe with organic shapes and flush handles, and the rear window is controversially small and upright, making Avatar rely heavily on the digital streaming rearview mirror. But the headline feature is the Halo screen, an LED display at the base of the windshield on the outside. It shows animations to greet you, displays charging status, or tells pedestrians it's safe to cross. It talks to the world. Montreal Avatar owner Sarah Williams programmed hers to display "thanks" when someone lets her merge. Other drivers smile and wave back. It makes driving friendlier. The real weapon is Huawei's ADS autonomous driving system, with 34 sensors, including 3 semi-solid-state LiDAR units. Vancouver tech reviewer Kevin Zhang tested it in downtown traffic. The Avatar navigated through chaos, scooters, pedestrians, construction, smoother than I could. It predicted movements before they happened. It's genuinely impressive. Power comes from dual motors producing 578 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.9 seconds. The 94.5 kilowatt-hour CATL battery delivers 680 kilometers of range, and the 750-volt architecture supports 240 kilowatt charging, doing 10 to 80% in 20 minutes. Inside, the cabin is dominated by the Vortex, a sculptural cone-shaped element in the dashboard center that glows and pulses with ambient lighting. It's like the car has a beating heart. The dash has a 10-inch screen for the driver, a matching hidden screen for the passenger, and a massive floating center screen. Spec it as a 4-seater and the rear becomes a VIP pod with massive captain's chairs wrapped in Napa leather. The price for this AI-powered safety fortress? 72,000 Canadian dollars. A BMW iX xDrive, 50 costs $109,900. You're saving $37,900 and getting autonomous driving. That's arguably better. Toronto, BMW owner Jennifer Park traded her iX for an Avatar 11. The Huawei autonomous system works in situations where BMW's fails, and I saved $38,000. It's not even a debate. But the top 3 is where Chinese SUVs stop being impressive and start becoming genuinely insane. Number 3 can float on water and do tank turns. BYD Yangwang U8, the $154,000 tank that drives on water using its wheels as paddles. The BYD Yangwang U8 is the most excessive, over-engineered, physics-defying SUV ever built. It can do tank turns, spinning 360 degrees in place. It can drive on 3 wheels if one tire blows. And it can float on water for 30 minutes, using its wheels as propellers to move at 3 kilometers per hour. This isn't science fiction, this is production reality. Let's start with the floating. BYD sealed the U8's body with 40 separate gaskets, creating a watertight chamber. Drive into a lake and the air suspension raises to maximum height for buoyancy. The 4 motors reverse rotation to create paddle propulsion. Shanghai demonstration video showed a U8 floating across a lake for 400 meters. Ottawa automotive engineer Francois Dubois analyzed it. The engineering is legitimate. The body sealing represents massive R&D investment. It actually works. The tank turn is equally insane. Because the U8 has 4 independent motors, 1 per wheel, the left wheels can spin forward while the right wheels spin backward, rotating the SUV 360 degrees within its own length. Calgary U8 owner Michael Chen demonstrated it in a parking lot. I activated tank turn mode and spun in place. People thought I was having a medical emergency. It's completely unnecessary and absolutely hilarious. The exterior is a fortress. At 5.3 meters long and 2.05 meters wide, it's bigger than a Cadillac Escalade. The front grille is massive with vertical LED bars. The wheel arches are boxy, housing 22-inch wheels. And the rear has an octagonal spare tire cover that looks like it could smash through brick walls. Power comes from 4 motors producing 1,196 horsepower total, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.6 seconds. That's hypercar acceleration in a 3.5-ton SUV. The hydraulic suspension can lift the vehicle 6 inches, keep the body flat in corners, and allow 3-wheel driving if a tire fails. Inside, it's opulence overload. Napa leather everywhere, African sapelli wood trim, and 5 screens in the front row alone. The rear seats recline electrically with extending ottomans. And you can spec a built-in DJI drone dock in the roof. Press a button, the roof opens, and a drone launches to follow the car, filming in 4K, then lands and charges while you drive. The price for this floating tank with a drone? 154,000 Canadian dollars. A Mercedes G-Wagon costs $165,000 and can't float, can't tank turn, and definitely doesn't have a drone. Vancouver exotic car collector Robert Park bought one. I showed friends the floating video and they didn't believe it was real. I'm taking them to a lake this summer to prove it. It's the most entertaining vehicle I've ever owned. If a floating tank sounds impossible, number 2 is about to show you 1,300 horsepower in an SUV, and the number is not a typo. Zeekr 009, the $142,000 luxury van with 1,300 horsepower. Wait, another van? Yes. Because the Zeekr 009 is what happens when Chinese engineers ask, what if we built a luxury van with more power than a Bugatti Veyron? The answer is this: 1,300 horsepower in a vehicle designed to carry 7 people in absolute luxury. That's not a typo. 1,300 horses. The exterior is intimidating. The Evolve Stargate light panel is wider and brighter than the 7X's. 4 separate LiDAR units are integrated seamlessly into the roofline. Most cars have one. This has 4. The doors are fully powered, sensing your approach and swinging open automatically, then closing with bank vault solidity. And those wheels are massive 23-inch forged alloys that look like they could grind rocks to dust. Power comes from a quad motor layout delivering 1,300 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in the low 3-second range. Montreal automotive journalist Sarah Chen tested it. The acceleration is genuinely terrifying. This is a 3-ton van with 7 seats accelerating like a hypercar. Passengers scream. It defies every law of physics. But the suspension is the real magic. An active electromagnetic system reads the road 50 feet ahead and adjusts dampers before you hit bumps. Toronto Zeekr owner Michael Park demonstrated, I drove over a speed bump at 60 kilometers per hour. Passengers felt nothing. They thought I'd avoided it. The suspension deletes the road surface. Inside, Zeekr created the Cloud Lounge. The seats use proprietary foam that feels like sitting on supportive marshmallows. The second row isn't seats, it's a living room. You can spec a privacy glass partition that rises to separate the driver from the back, creating a soundproof isolation pod. The sound system is a 3,800 watt behemoth with 30 speakers, including speakers in the headrest and ceiling. The second row captain's chairs have heated leg rests, heated armrests, and even heated neck pillows. There's a refrigerator, a massive OLED cinema screen for rear passengers, and materials that include real silk and open-pore wood. Calgary business executive Robert Martinez uses his 009 as a mobile office. I hold board meetings in the back while my driver handles traffic. Clients are shocked when they realize we're in a van. The luxury rivals private jets. The price for 1,300 horsepower luxury, 142,000 Canadian dollars. A Mercedes Maybach GLS 600 costs $199,000 with 558 horsepower. The Zeekr has 742 more horsepower for $57,000 less. Vancouver Zeekr dealer Amanda Foster sold 6 in the first month. Customers see 1,300 horsepower and their eyes light up. Then they sit in the back and realize it's also the most luxurious van they've experienced. It's the ultimate do-everything vehicle. But number one isn't about horsepower or floating or drones. It's about solving the single biggest problem with EVs, and it does it with 900 miles of range and marble floors. Voya Dream, the $94,000 EREV with 1,400 kilometers range and marble floors. Here's the king. The Voya Dream fixes the single biggest problem with electric vehicles, range anxiety. This luxury SUV carries a 65 kilowatt-hour battery plus a gas generator under the hood. Total driving range, 1,400 kilometers. That's 870 miles. You can drive from Vancouver to Calgary, turn around, and drive back without stopping to charge or refuel. Range anxiety is dead. The exterior is majestic. The front grille is inspired by the kunpeng, a mythical Chinese bird, featuring a vast illuminated wing design. It's 5.23 meters long, sitting on multi-spoke wheels that look like polished mirrors. The chrome trim around the windows is backlit, glowing softly at night. And the rear tail lights are designed to look like calligraphy strokes. It doesn't look like a robot, it looks like an emperor. Power comes from the EREV system, delivering over 800 horsepower combined. It uses 5C fast charging, so even if you plug in, the battery fills in 10 minutes. But the real flex is Huawei's ADS 4.0 autonomous driving with next-generation LiDAR that sees through fog and heavy rain better than human eyes. Vancouver autonomous driving tester Kevin Zhang confirmed. The Voya's LiDAR works in conditions where Tesla's cameras fail completely. It's genuinely the safest system available. But the interior is the penthouse. Spanning the entire dashboard is a 1.4-meter triple-screen setup, one seamless piece of glass. But look down. The floor is covered in what looks like marble. It's a composite material, but it looks and feels like you're standing in a luxury hotel lobby. Toronto Voya owner Jennifer Park showed it to friends. Everyone asks if the marble is real. It feels expensive and decadent in the best way. The seats use sensors to measure your heart rate and stress levels. If the car senses you're stressed in traffic, it automatically changes ambient lighting to calming blue, plays soft jazz, and activates a specific massage pattern to calm you down. It also has an AI fragrance system that dispenses 3 different scents depending on your mood, detected through biometrics. The second row captain's chairs are thrones with heating, ventilation, massage, and reclining up to 40 degrees. The entertainment system has a 32-inch retractable screen that descends from the ceiling, and the materials include real wood, Alcantara, and Napa leather everywhere you touch. The price for marble floors, 900-mile range, and AI stress detection, 94,000 Canadian dollars. A BMW X7 xDrive 40i costs $103,000 with 375 horsepower and 530 kilometers of range. The Voya has 425 more horsepower, 870 more kilometers of range, and marble floors for $9,000 less. Calgary luxury car dealer Robert Martinez sold 8 in 2 months. Customers are tired of range anxiety. The Voya eliminates it completely while delivering luxury that rivals German brands. It's a category killer. 10 Chinese luxury SUVs just proved that China isn't building cheap knockoffs anymore. They're building vehicles that float on water, swap batteries in 3 minutes, have 1,300 horsepower, cook meals from the tailgate, and deliver 900 miles of range with marble floors. And they're doing it for 30 to 60% less than German, British, and American competitors. The GAC Trumpchi M8 Master at $68,000 has rotating conference room seats. The Lincoln Co. 900 at $82,000 has 845 horsepower horsepower. The Neo ES8 at $89,000 swaps batteries in 3 minutes. The Zeekr 7X at $58,000 has interactive LED art displays. The Radar RD6 at $66,000 has a Pininfarina designed kitchen. The Hongqi EHS9 at $88,000 delivers Rolls-Royce presence. The Avatar 11 at $72,000 has Huawei AI that makes it uncrashable. The BYD Yangwang U8 at $154,000 floats on water. The Zeekr 009 at $142,000 has 1,300 horsepower. And the Voya Dream at $94,000 solves range anxiety with 1,400 kilometers of range. Canadians buying Chinese luxury SUVs in 2026 are getting better technology, equal or superior luxury, and massively lower prices than anything from Germany, Britain, or America. The days of paying $380,000 for a Rolls-Royce because of heritage are ending. Chinese manufacturers proved luxury is about engineering, materials, and innovation, not just a badge, and they're winning. So which one are you buying? The floating tank, the battery-swapping 7-seater, or the marble floor Range King? Drop your pick in the comments. Smash that like button if your jaw dropped at least once. I know it did for the floating car. Subscribe and ring the bell because next week we're revealing Chinese supercars that are beating Ferrari on track. You don't want to miss that.